In the lab today, we are going to look at graphing scientific information. You can read the learning objectives here, but basically we are going to record and analyze scientific data and then represent it visually using a graph. When you come down and you look at the experiment, the first tip you're going to see here is click on the Show Split Question View to view the question side by side. We are already in this view here. This is the split question sheet. So in the lab that we're doing today, we are looking at graphing scientific information. And what we're going to do is record and analyze scientific data and then look at that data visually. You can see and read through the learning objectives here. Now, the first tip you're going to see is it says click on the Show Split Question View. This is already in the Show Split Question View. So this is the split question view. And what it does is it has videos here that you're going to watch, and then you can scroll down on the right side, and that's the data that you're going to input, and there's your graph. So when we look, if you'd rather see something called an inline question view, you click here, and the inline question view is going to show the video here, and then all the questions are below. You may really love this. I don't really love this. I like the split question view a little better, so that's what I'm going to stick with today. The first thing you're going to see is it says observe the 3 different videos in this lab interactive. The 3 different videos are contained right here. You select between them by looking at 250, 400, or 600. So for example, we've clicked on 250, it's loaded, and then we click play here. And you'll watch that entire video. That's the first video. You'll come here to the 400 and you'll click play here and you'll watch this as in its entirety. And that's the second video. And then you'll come here and you'll click on the 600 and load it and you'll watch it in its entirety. Then you need to come here and you need to answer the question. You need to describe and identify at least 3 unique observations. And we're looking at 3 unique observations between those 3 videos. Then you're going to come down here and it says you're assigned trial number 2 for this part of the activity. Now I've done this a couple times, and every time I'm assigned a different part for that this part of the activity, a different one of those 3 videos. So you may have a different one than I have here, and that's totally okay. You may have a different one from your friend, and that's totally okay too. So you'll enter the trial and you'll submit your answer. And then we've selected video 2 here. And you're going to select the tools icon at the top right. And this is the tools icon. And then this is your stopwatch. And it says select the stopwatch from the top right. And this is going to help you with figuring out your seconds. And so you're going to click play and you're going to click pause every 2 seconds. So we're going to go to play here, or 200 seconds. And we're going to stop it. Now, this says 225, and you do not need to spend a ton of time getting that exactly at 200 seconds because your data point came off here at 200 seconds. So what you're going to do is you're going to read the temperature right here. Now, one of the ways to do this is to click on the little square to make it larger because I cannot see when it's that small. And so when we come over here, what we're going to see here is it's really hard to see the little divisions on the side here. So we've got 20, 25, and 30. And so when I look at this, I say, okay, this is between 20 and 25. It's about halfway in between, probably more like at 23. Okay, and so that's going to be my estimated digit right in there. And so I can come back out of this. And now I'm going to fill out the graph, and I'm going to say, okay, I looked at the thermometer at 200 seconds, and I think that it's about 23 degrees Celsius, okay? And then what you're going to do is you are going to click pause every 200 seconds. So we're going to start it again. Right? And there's our 400 second mark. And again, I'm going to make it really large. I'm going to come here and I'm going to say, okay, not much has happened. It's still right there at 23. And then I'm going to click that to go out. And so then I click and continue 400 and then 23. Okay. You are going to continue to do this and through the whole video. So you'll do this through the whole video and you'll record your data here. Now, on your graph, it says configure the vertical axis and select the column that shows the temperature. So we're going to come down here and we're going to choose the vertical axis. And what we need to do is select the column that says temperature. And then we click done. And now we have temperature here. And then when we go back up and look at our second instruction, it says click configure horizontal axis, select the column that shows the time. And then we're going to come here and we're going to select the column that shows the time. Right? And you're going to see I only have 2 points, right? And so I have a flat line. Yours is going to have you're going to have many more points. So it's not going to be a flat line. But I wanted to show you how to graph that data and how to use the graphs in this program. So you are going to continue to answer these questions. Nothing else as I went through and worked this jumped up and gave me any problems. I will say this, there's part 2, so make sure you scroll all the way down. This is another graph analysis. Again, there's the 3 different ones here. And so you can load those and watch. And you're going to identify variables. And we have independent variables and dependent variables. We've talked about those in class. We have definitions here again for those, so you can review those. And then you will make another graph, right? And answer the questions about that. As always, please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I'm here to help, and happy graphing.